right, boys, we have a top 10 on the running back list, and it feels like I haven't done this one in forever because there's been so many new running backs added into the game. I feel like there's a new meta running back in the game like every other day at this point, it feels like. But this list is very top heavy. There's a lot of really good cards at the top, but that doesn't mean the bottom's not too good either. There's also some good cards left off the list as well. But if you guys enjoy top 10s, make sure to hit that like button, hit that sub. I do gameplays and all the new cards as well. I also stream on Twitch every single day at 1 p.m. Eastern, so make sure to come say what's up over there on Twitch. And let's get right into number 10. Before we start today's video, I wanted to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, mutpacks.com. You can click the link down below and open exciting packs, win tons of coins, and withdraw your account right away. You could use promo code SHOOT for 15% off. Lastly, when you sign up down below, you can get a free 10,000 coin pack as well. All right, boys, so at number 10, we do have LaDainian Tomlinson, and he barely beat out a couple cards on this list. I know there was like guys like Marcus Allen. I like Okoye a lot in the game too, but I feel like speed is really coming down to it. And if you're looking for a power back, I think there's guys better than Okoye in the game right now. And also when it comes to like Marcus Allen, he's another guy with only 93 speed. Another guy he beat out was Nyheim Hines for me. Nyheim Hines is a brand new card with 95 speed, but Nyheim Hines is pretty bad. He has 97 change direction. He has like solid catching, but he has no trucking at all. He has no break tackle at all. He's a very small running back as well. I think I'd rather take LT with a very balanced worksheet right here. He has 94 speed, 95 excel. He felt really good out there on the field as well. This is one of the better gameplays I've done all year. I remember I had like 200 rushing yards and like 3 touchdowns, I believe. He had 84 catching as well, 95 catching, 95 change direction, not almost said catch of direction, 87 trucking, and a 95 break tackle. I feel like this is one of the better LT cards we've had in a while. I feel like usually his cards don't play as good as his stats usually say, but this card actually felt really well out there. All right, boys, so at number 9, we have DeMarco Murray, and DeMarco Murray, like I said, we're starting to get into that 95, 96 speed range. We even just hit 97 speed. I know that's only on Tyreek, but that means we're probably gonna start getting heavy into the 96s here soon. DeMarco Murray at 94 speed is definitely gonna make our number 9. I thought this card was one of the better cards when he first came out. I actually thought he was like the best running back in the game. It was between him and Marshawn Lynch for me when he first came out. But when you look at the stats, very, very good. 94 carrying, 95 change direction, 91 trucking, 95 break tackle as well. The catching is very good as well. I'm not the biggest fan of his abilities. He gets backfield master for 2 AP, which doesn't even feel like really a discount at all. And then he does get jukebox for 0, which is a fun ability, but his animations aren't the craziest in the world, but they're still solid enough. He feels really big out there. He kind of is like just a very well-balanced card. He's literally just good at everything. All right, boys, so at number 8, we have Kenneth Walker, and I absolutely love this card when he first initially came out. He is 5'9", 209 pounds. He's not the biggest running back in the world, but the thing that I like this year is the smaller running backs, they get through the hole so much faster. They're not bumping in everybody with their big shoulder pads. Like, for example, like Eric Dickerson, I swear I bump into everybody on the offensive line with it, even if you're not trying to, even if you like feel like you have the best stick in the world. It feels like you get sucked into animations. With the smaller guys like Ken Walker, it doesn't feel that way. He also has amazing abilities. He has 0 AP goal line back, which I think goal line back is a top 3 running back ability in the game. I might even put it like top 2. I think it's amazing right now in the game. I think it's really good on next gen. I don't know about current gen, but he also does get 1 AP human joystick. I didn't really notice it in like the 10 plus games I used him with it in next gen, but on current gen, Kenneth Walker is probably like a top 3 running back in the game, because I know a lot of you guys watch this on current gen as well. If you guys are on current gen, this is probably a card you want to give a try, but for on next gen, his abilities are okay. He's solid all around, but there's definitely guys better on the list. Number 7, we have another Seahawks running back at Shaun Alexander. I think the Seahawks have 3 running backs on this top 10, which is absolutely insane. But Shaun Alexander is a very good card. He has 95 speed, 95 excel, and I know you guys are going to see his one glaring negative right there. He has 90 agility, which is pretty low, but he is a power back at the end of the day. They do give better change direction than they have with power backs in the past, but 90 agility is very low for a 96 overall card, but it should be okay. This is the only card actually on the list I have not used, but Shaun Alexander's one we've used in the last couple years. He's a very good card, especially last year. I loved his the team captain at times. It was very good in the game. But the one thing I love about him though is his abilities. He has 1 AP evasive in his last slot, or you can get running back apprentice for 1 AP as well, which is a really good ability. And then his second last slot, you can get 1 AP tank or 1 AP goal line back, which are all very good abilities. I know people love tank. I personally like goal line back more, but tank is a very popular and also good ability in the game right now. Shaun Alexander, amazing power back in the game, gets great trucking, great break tackle, good speed, good excel as well. You won't be able to turn too much that crazy with that 90 agility, like you know what I mean, but he'll be fine out there in the game. Boys, so at number 6, we have 3 Seahawk running backs in a row, and Marshawn Lynch has been one of my favorite cards of the year. This card is an animal, boys. 94 speed. I know it's not the fastest. I know I was talking about it earlier, but he has 97 excel. That is the highest excel we've seen yet in this year, or on this list so far. And I think excel is probably one of the bigger stats as a running back. If you can't get out the back of the line, or if you're running a stretch and you can't beat the guy around the edge, there's no point in having speed, you know what I mean? And excel will help you a lot right there. I know his agility is not the highest, but I feel like Marshawn Lynch is a guy you're going to be running straight line with, kind of like how I said with Sean Alexander as well. He has 72 catching, but the thing about this card, obviously the trucking and break tackle and the change direction are good, but the thing about this card is he gets 0 AP bruiser. You can get 1 AP goal line back as well. This card's good. He's very, very good. I'm not the, like, okay, 0 AP bruiser is very good, but like I said, I truly do think goal line back is an absolute game changer, and it makes the opponent change the way they play defense on the goal line, and having that definitely does help. But Marshawn Lynch, 0 AP bruiser is an amazing ability to have right now in the game. Like I said, free abilities are insane. Boys, at number 5, we have Eric Dickerson, and Eric Dickerson, I will tell you guys straight up right now, this has been one of the more disappointing cards for me. I had a terrible time. If I had to rank him off my personal experience, he probably wouldn't even be in the top 10. But this is a card that I know, like, when you have those splashes of, like, what he can be, maybe it was just a bad week I was having on Madden, but I've heard a lot of other people say this has been one of the worst cards they've used all year, too. But then I've heard people say he's the best card they've used all year, too. It's been the most mixed feedback I've ever gotten a card. Let me know how you guys feel about Eric Dickerson. I'm just going to place him in the middle here at number 5, but his abilities are okay. He gets 1 AP bruiser, 1 AP tank. You could have to choose between either of them, or you can get 1 AP backfield master as well. And then his last slot's leapfrog, which is a terrible ability this year. You fumble even when you jurtle into people this year. Like last year in 22, leapfrog was one of the best. Now it's one of the worst. But looking at the cards, very good stats. The speed's really good. The excel's not too high for a running back. I think that might be one of the bigger reasons why I may have struggled. Like at 93, his build is really big as well. Maybe the 93 excel like took account on like how big his build is. It was a little bit harder to excel with that. I don't know what it was, but I was struggling really hard with this card. 94 change direction though, 94 trucking, and a 97 break tackle. On paper, this card's like, you know what I mean? He's insane. But like I said, I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. All right, boys. So at number 4, we have Isaiah Pacheco, and this card, very, very good in the game. I got to try him finally, and I absolutely love him right now. 95 speed, so very good speed right there. 97 excel. Insane. Absolutely insane. I always thought he was kind of more a power back. I feel like when you watch him, he's a power back, but they gave him elusive back, and they also gave him insane catching. 84 catching on him is very, very good for Isaiah. I don't even think he catches the ball that much, honestly. I play a lot of fantasy football. I watch a lot of football, and I don't even think he catches the ball at all, if I'm not mistaken. And then he has 97 change direction, 90 trucking, 95 break tackle, and a 96 carrying. This card is literally amazing. He has human joystick in his last slot, which, like I said, if you're in current gen, this is probably RB1 for you, if I'm going to be completely honest. Actually, no, I think the number 1 running back is number 1 no matter what you do. But Isaiah Pacheco is probably a top 2 running back in the game if you're on current gen as well. But this card, 0 AP jukebox you could use as well, or 0 AP backfield master too. He's definitely a good card, boys. I just think the top 4 is like absolutely nuts in the game right now. All right, boys, at number 3, this extremely pains me to put me here. At number 3, we have Austin Ekeler. This has been my favorite card of the year. My favorite card of the year, Austin Ekeler. I think arguably if I had to like base it off of like, I think I'd personally put him at number 2, but I asked my chat and there was like over 250 people in there. We did a poll on it, and the next guy definitely won the poll by a large margin. And a lot of people said they got to use both. I loved Austin Ekeler. Maybe it's just because I like the smaller running backs. I loved backfield master on him. He is the only 96 speed running back in the game as well, which is very good. But then again, you got to look at it. Some people have the Legends team as well. But 95 excel, he has 94 agility. The carrying's amazing on him. He has a 90 catching too. The 95 change direction. The trucking is okay enough. And then he has 96 break tackle. But he gets backfield master for 1 AP, and then you get evasive for 0. I don't know. Where do you guys? I think the top 3 running backs are definitely like the top 3. I think Pacheco you could probably put in that category as well. Like those top 4 are insane. But like Austin Ekeler, I don't know, man. I really want to put him at 2, but I'm gonna keep him at 3 here for you guys today. All right, boys. So at number 2, I know this is probably the most popular running back in the game right now. Keith Byars, 95 speed on him, 93 excel, 93 agility. He's obviously a power back, so those excel and agility aren't the highest, but he is a huge running back at 238 pounds. He has 95 change direction, 97 trucking, 95 break tackle, but that's not even the best part. 94 catching. He has the highest catching stat in the game as a running back. And when you come down here, boys, 92 short route running and 90 medium route running. He's the only running back in the game with both of those above 90. I think he's actually the only running back in the game with 90 plus at any of them, if I'm not mistaken. There might be one guy or 2 guys, maybe Ekeler. I think Eckler even has an 88 as well, which I'm 100% actually now that I remember it. But Keith Byers, very good card too. He gets goal line back for 0 AP, and then you get your bruiser for 1 or evasive for 2. Very good card in the game right now, boys. You guys know this is probably the most popular card. He's 250k as well, so very obtainable even for no money spent, guys. Yeah, this dude's an animal, boys, in the game. And like I said, I think he's a little bit more, you know, favorited to by Eckler, not only because the price, but also because I think bigger running backs are maybe a little bit easier to use. So that might even rank him above Eckler, because with these guys, you just got to run forward. You know what I mean? You got to truck people. Eckler, you got to have a little bit of elusiveness, like stick work. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit harder to say out there, but Keith Byers definitely a little bit more of a bailout guy than Eckler would be. All right, boys. I mean, you guys all knew it was coming. Number 1, and until they patch or what, I don't know, maybe they talk about it, but it is absolutely broken. If you guys do not know what I'm talking about, I did a video on it yesterday and how to do it. You can keep his X Factor on basically the entire game. It is absolutely broken. It is freight train. He feels like Eric Dickerson again. It's disgusting in the game. It's very hard to bring him down. He's a very good card. He can air truck. He has 95 speed. I know the Excel's not the best. I know the agility's not the best. He doesn't have the best catching, but he's a guy that has the X Factor. That's all you really need on a card, and that's all you really got to say. You get the 1 AP X Factor that turns on right when the game starts, and then you pay 0 AP for persistent, and it stays on the entire game. Yeah. AJ Dillon, I don't have to put any mind into this until they kind of patch that, or maybe that's how it's meant to be. It probably is. I don't know. But it is so hard to get the X Factor off him as well. You got to tackle for him loss twice, which is insane. And then once you tackle for a loss twice on AJ Dillon, he gets it back in 5 plays, no matter what. They could be negative 5-yard plays, 5 plays in a row, and he'll get his X Factor back. This card is absolutely broken. He is a must-have running back in the game, and definitely the best running back in the game. Current gen, next gen, whatever you play. PC, you play on your Switch, AJ Dillon's the best. All right, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which running back are you rocking right now in the game. And yes, obviously, I'm using the AJ Dillon. I loved Eckler, but like I said, AJ Dillon is way too OP not to use right now. Until they at least talk about it or patch it or whatever they're going to do with it, you got to have this card on your field. It gives you just an amazing advantage on the defense. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.